about this talk show. So our next guest is Uncle Buck. So Uncle Buck, what got you started in the hip hop music?
What got me started with hip hop? First of all, this music thing with me goes all the way back to like church, man. My moms and my dad, they brought me up in church.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, as a young kid, and I always had a love for music. My family does music, so like that's where it starts with music. But what got me in hip hop, I would say my older cousins, listening to Tupac, Biggie Smalls, just to name a few, but more like the 8-Ball MJG,
Gotcha.
Nas, Crucial Conflict, Twister, Do or Die. Those cats growing up, that's like what really got me into this hip hop.
So let me say this, what does hip hop do for you personally as a young person?
As a young person, hip hop right now, it gives me another way, another channel to release. You know what I'm saying? Like release the things that I don't get the chance to tell you all the time, or let you know how I'm feeling this way, or if I feel that I can't let you know because of some reason within me won't let me tell you, I can go inside the booth and just release that. I can be whoever I want to be. So like music gives me that creativity and that freedom that some people find reading books or teaching or doing what they do.
You guys know me, I'm always ask this question. Uncle Buck, what does that mean? Break that down.
I got the name, I say 8th grade summer, going into my freshman year of high school, playing football. And it was because like they said I had hair at the time, so they said I looked like a Buck from the Little Rascals. And then my coaches used to make fun of me because my eyes would get bucked when it was time to make contact or I get hit. Like, so I couldn't stop it, couldn't control it. So like that's where the name come from. But what made me stick with it and keep it was about 2-3 years ago when I really decided I was gonna take this music thing serious instead of just a hobby. My aunt from Vegas called me and she was like, do you know what the name Buck means? I'm like, yeah, Buck, deer, doe, you know what I'm saying? She was like, no, do you really know what that name means? So she started going into it and telling me, and then she didn't give me so much. She told me to do my own research. Right. So I did my own research, and the name Buck was a name that was given to the slaves by the slave owner. And it characterized you as being a strong slave, but at the same time rebellious. You was not the slave that would take the beatings or take the words that they say to you and do as you were told. You was the one who would stand up. So that made me keep the name. She wanted me to change it. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna change my name because that's me.
Right.
I'm the person who's willing to stand up for what I feel is right. I'm willing to stand up for myself and other people around me. I'm willing to take on that role if it's being the bad guy. So like, no, I wasn't going to change my name. I just decided to turn it into something good.
Gotcha.
You feel me? So like, that's where the name Buck comes from.
Now, what does your music has to offer for a fan like myself? You know, for people out there who don't even know your music, what it has to offer?
My music, you can kind of, well, what I get from my music and what I put into it is positive vibes and the party. You know what I'm saying? I like to have a good time. I like the people around me to have a good time. Yeah, I know we go through things in our life, things that make us sad, things that make us mad, but with music, I like to hear music that inspires me to do something. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's I'm just calling up my homies and we going out for, you know what I'm saying, a night on the town just drinking, or whether I need something to go work out. My music is there to inspire you, so like, you can, I got party music, I got music to uplift you, I got music to tell you the story from where I came from, so with my music you're mostly gonna get inspired. That's the main thing.
Gotcha. Now, let's say this, there's a young person out there, he's in the streets, he has no father in his household, you know, he can't compete in school, you know, he can't even spell cat, you know, so he feels depressed and stressed out, so he drops out. So now the only thing that's left for him is the streets by default, okay? How can hip hop, not saying that's a decision that he needs to make, but how can anything when it comes to expressing your talents, how can that help him or her in, you know, other than focusing their energy on the negative?
You saying how can hip hop? Because hip hop just
well, let
not.
me say this. I'm sorry, because I don't want to just isolate hip hop, but let's isolate it like this. How did hip hop help you?
Hip hop, like I said, it helped me. I kind of was that guy like what you talking about. Cause like I said, I was born and raised with two parents in one home. But things wasn't always peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad, they got a divorce when I was like 15. So that's when like things started to change for me. And that's when the grades started to slide. I started to hang more out on the street corner and things like that. So like music is also what kind of saved me, music and sports. Because yeah, I know I was doing my wrongs and my rights, but they could have been even wronger. You know what I'm saying? But music and sports gave me that other outlet. And it gave me what I was missing from a father. Because those men that were around, they seen something good in me. So, you know what I'm saying, they draw to me just as much as I draw to them. And that's what kept me from wanting to go back to the streets.
Great work. Now you have an album coming out.
Yeah.
What's the name of that album? Like, talk to us.
God's the Only Man I Feel.
And why that title?
It's pretty much self-explanatory. God is the only man I feel. I'm a God-fearing man. But at the same time, I named my mixtape that is because everybody around here want to sound like somebody in the industry, or they want to sound like everybody around here. And me personally, I'm not afraid to test the waters. So like the things you're going to hear on this new mixtape, it's not going to be something you heard on Lake Effect 2, or something you can hear from my homie like Jose G or Bill Thousand. It's something totally different. And you can't have fear doing what I'm doing. So God's the only man I feel.
I'm glad you said that, because I want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see where you're coming from. Where can we find it? You know, talk to the people.
Right now it hasn't dropped yet, but I do have 2 videos out right now. You can go on YouTube. One is Uncle Buck, Champagne Nights. The other one is Uncle Buck, No Wings. And I got another one to be dropping in like a week or so called Winslow. Just got done shooting it like 2 days ago. Shout out to my homie Black Child, he on there with me.
Shout out to Josh Booth.
Josh Booth. Oh yeah, West now. He this guy right here, West now, who you got back behind the scenes shooting for you.
Right.
He shot one of my first videos, and he shot like 3 altogether, but he was one of the first guys I started working with and really taught me a lot doing these videos. So like, big ups to West.
You know what I'm saying, in the building. Hello. Shout out to Josh too.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the industry. With that being said, let's flip the script a little bit, because you're young, you're into music. Sometimes people judge you like, well, that's all we do is just hip hop or play sports. You're a part of an organization where you guys are doing something different. I got a whoop of it maybe last month and also yesterday when I talked to you.
Yeah.
You know, can you elaborate a little bit about that? Let the people know, you're deeper than what they think.
I go into it a little bit. It's a brotherhood. It's a fraternity. What we do is we all about the community and giving back to the community. My chapter is in Mount Vernon, Iowa, but it's a chapter of this brotherhood throughout the world, no matter what country you go in. And what we do is we pride ourselves on being strong men in the community. But like I was telling you, the things that really sticks out to me is like what we do with St. Jude's. You know what I'm saying? We give money to those families and those kids who insurance don't cover all of the necessary costs for those surgeries or the medication. That's what we step in and we kind of lend that hand. And then like a thing we do right now in Mount Vernon, where we raising money, and at the end of the year, for 3 kids, we help. You know what I'm saying? We know we don't give you the whole like 40 grand you would need, but at the same time, we put a little bit in your pocket to help you going along that way and to show you that the steps that you have taken to better yourself as a student, as a person, does not go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit of what we do, but we do way more than that.
Got you. I just love that. I love when I see young people that's not, you're doing your hip hop music, Uncle Buck, but at the same token, you are still have a heart and a passion for the community.
Yeah, man. I'm also a father, so it's more than just with the music. You know what I'm saying? I would want somebody to be there just in case I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? To help my sons. You know what I'm saying? Because I have 2 sons, and I look at that like in a whole other light now that I have 2 sons, because you know how it is when you growing up and you black, and I don't mean to just say it like this, but when you black, we born with 2 strikes already. So it's not hard for us to get in trouble, but it's hard for us to get out of it. But if we got somebody there along the way that's coaching us, man, it makes things so much better. So much better.
I remember when I was, you know, at your age, I used to work for this company in Miami.
Yeah.
And then me and my boss became real good friends. And he put me in a room and he closed the door. He's Jewish.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, Frank, I hate to tell you, but because you black, but we built a great relationship. He said, because you black, you do have to prove it. You have to prove that you are credible.
Yeah.
And he says, you know, I know you personally, now I know you, you don't have to prove nothing to me, but guess what? You had to.
Yeah.
And I said, so what you're trying to say, is it all men? He says, no, everybody got to prove themselves, but honestly, you got to do it twice as hard.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what I like about it is that it's even better when you do it twice as hard. You know what I'm saying? Because the apology feels good.
Yeah.
But other than that, we'll be right back with more of Uncle Buck performing live. New track. Jahkusto! Back at the Jahkusto Live, here live, Uncle Buck performing live. Let's get it, baby.
Yeah. I call this song right here, Growing Pain. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit out the normal of what I do. But it's for the Jahkusto show.
It's for no church you can ride out to. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't all day.
Yeah.
Just ride out. Real shit.
When the love turn to hate, you see pleasure and pain. Fast strength in the struggle, being broken and vicious, that drives your hustle. When you came from nothing, you gotta make it to something. Being down so long, all you see is the top. Old friends through enemies, and it ain't what it seems. When you chasing your dream, it's a rocky road. You get lonely at times, but you stay on your grind. Gotta keep a good mind, but you keep the mind working as you climb on the scheme. Chasing paper, not twerkers. Be advised, my nigga, you gon' have you some downs, but how you come up with count. So just count on the Lord, He'll never let you down. Put no trust in the nigga. Say the streets is for keep and eat the flesh of the weak. I'm praying twice a day, 7 days a week, and this is enough to eat, cause I'm preparing to feast. Self-made on me. Jahkusto show, y'all. Uncle Buck. You can find me Instagram, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Buck, Facebook. Google it.
Uncle Buck coming out, his album coming out this end of this month.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
sir.
Plug him up real good, brother, giving back to the community and the young. You know what I'm saying? You gotta support that. One time, Jahkusto.